All right, let's dive into this manifesting love thing.
Yeah.
You sent over this podcast script
Mm-hmm.
called Manifesting Love, the Power of Attraction in Relationships.
Right.
And it really got me thinking, it's from a podcast all about creating a dream love life and stuff.
Okay.
But I was really fascinated by some of the ideas in it.
Cool.
Like the law of attraction,
Mhm.
and how you can actually embody the qualities you're looking for in a partner.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that whole idea kind of blew my mind.
It's funny because a lot of people think
Yeah.
that manifesting is just like wishing for something really hard.
Right.
But this script goes way deeper.
Okay.
It's about aligning your energy,
Mm-hmm.
your thoughts and actions with what you want to attract.
Yeah, so it's not just sitting on your couch and just like
Exactly.
hoping for the best.
It's way more than that.
It's more proactive.
Totally. And,
Yeah.
it's interesting. This is something you see like across a lot of different spiritual and psychological traditions too.
Well, and that makes me think about,
Yeah.
the whole like attracts like idea.
Mm.
If that's true, then how do we actually embody the qualities
Oh, that's such a good question.
we're looking for in a partner?
And the script actually makes a really important point about that.
Okay.
It's not just enough to want those qualities, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to actually cultivate them within yourself.
So like if you want someone who is compassionate,
Exactly.
you need to be compassionate.
Yeah. Are you showing compassion
Yeah.
to yourself and to others? If you're looking for someone driven,
Right.
are you pursuing your own goals and passions?
So it's like almost becoming the type of person that you want to attract.
So like you're setting the example.
Yeah, and I think that makes a lot of sense, but
Yeah.
it also brings up the whole issue of limiting beliefs.
Oh, cool. Like,
Those negative thoughts
Yeah.
that we all have sometimes that can just totally, oh yeah.
hold us back in love.
It's like, I'm not good enough.
Exactly.
I'll never find love.
All that stuff.
Right.
What is the psychology behind that? Like,
Well, I mean, those limiting beliefs can be so powerful
yeah.
because they often stem from these like
Mm.
deep-seated fears and insecurities,
Oh, for sure.
And we tend to see the world through the lens of our beliefs.
Right.
So if we believe we're not worthy of love,
Yeah.
we might unconsciously sabotage our relationships
Oh, wow.
or miss opportunities to connect.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Totally.
Wow. And the script actually suggests
Yeah.
using affirmations to counter those beliefs.
Right.
Repeating phrases like, I am worthy of love.
Exactly.
Or I attract healthy relationships.
Mhm.
Like, does that stuff really work?
Well, affirmations alone
Yeah.
might not like magically transform your love life,
Right.
but there is a growing body of research showing that positive self-talk
Can actually rewire neural pathways in the brain,
really
making it easier to adopt more positive
wow.
beliefs and behaviors.
So you're actually
Yeah.
training your mind.
Think of it like training your mind
Okay.
to focus on what you want
Right.
rather than what you fear.
Okay. So it's like
Yeah.
training for a marathon.
Yes.
You got to work those mental muscles to
To-
build up your self-belief.
Totally.
I like that.
You got this.
And it's interesting because the script also talks about
Yeah.
this really cool technique called visualization,
Oh, yeah.
where you vividly imagine your ideal relationship. And it even says like get super detailed.
Right.
Like picture what you do together.
Yeah.
How you feel. All of it.
All the senses.
Like why is that so important?
Well, because visualization is powerful.
Okay.
Our brains often respond to imagined experiences,
Mm-hmm.
similarly to real ones.
So like if I'm picturing like going on a date,
Mhm.
my brain is reacting as if I'm actually there.
To a certain extent.
Wow.
Yeah. And the more vivid and detailed your visualizations,
Okay.
the more your brain believes it's actually happening.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Right. And this can prime your mind
Yeah.
to recognize and attract those experiences in real life.
So it's like setting up your brain to
Right.
actually find what you're looking for.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, but in a good way.
I like it.
Yeah.
So we've talked about becoming the person we want to attract,
Right.
overcoming those limiting beliefs,
Yeah.
using visualization to attract love.
Mm-hmm.
What else does this script recommend?
Well, it also talks about the importance of journaling,
Okay.
specifically a technique called scripting.
Scripting. Okay. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so scripting is basically writing about your ideal relationship
Mm-hmm.
as if it's already happening.
Oh, like in the present tense?
Exactly.
Okay.
You focus on all the amazing things you want to experience
Yeah.
using that present tense
Got it.
to create a sense of reality in your mind.
So it's almost like writing your own love story.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I like that.
And it ties back to those positive affirmations we were talking about.
Right.
By consistently scripting your desired love life.
Okay.
You're reinforcing those positive beliefs
Mm-hmm.
and sending a clear message to the universe
Okay.
about what you want to create.
So we're aligning our energy, our thoughts, and our words.
You got it.
But what about, like,
Here,
taking action in the real world?
Ooh, that's where it gets really interesting.
Okay, you got my attention.
All right, so the script talks about something called inspired action.
Okay, so it's not enough to just sit around and daydream about love.
Right. It's not just about like
Okay.
visualizing and scripting.
Yeah.
Those are important.
Right.
But you also need to take steps to align your actions
Okay.
with your desires.
Got it.
This could mean putting yourself out there more,
Mm-hmm.
joining a dating app,
Yeah.
maybe
Okay.
taking a class where you might meet someone
Right.
who shares your interests.
So it's about taking action
Yeah,
that feels aligned with our goals
exactly.
and our authentic selves.
And notice how the script emphasizes the word inspired.
Okay.
It's not about forcing ourselves
Right.
to do things that feel uncomfortable or
Yeah.
inauthentic.
Got it.
It's about following those little nudges of inspiration,
Mm-hmm.
those things that light us up
Oh, I like that.
and make us feel alive.
So it's about doing things that, like,
Yeah.
make us feel good.
Totally. And when we're feeling good
Yeah.
and energized, we're naturally more magnetic and attractive to others.
Right. It's like that saying,
Yeah.
what you seek is seeking you.
Exactly.
If you're out there living your best life,
Yeah.
pursuing your passions,
Mm-hmm.
you're more likely to attract someone who's on a similar wavelength.
You got it. And it all ties back
Okay.
to self-love,
Self-love.
which is a recurring theme in this script.
It feels like a whole other
I know, right?
script day.
It is, but it's so intertwined
Yeah.
with attracting a healthy, loving relationship.
Okay, so tell me more about that, like
Yeah.
connection between self-love
Okay.
and attracting love.
Well, think about it this way.
Okay.
If we don't love and value ourselves,
Right.
how can we expect someone else to?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right? And when we cultivate self-love,
Mm-hmm.
we naturally radiate confidence and worthiness.
Okay.
And those are qualities that draw people in.
It's like you can't pour from an empty cup.
Exactly.
You got to fill yourself up with love first.
Totally. And self-love isn't just about
Right.
bubble baths and face masks,
Okay.
although those can be lovely forms of self-care.
Of course.
It's also about acknowledging our strengths,
Mm-hmm.
forgiving our imperfections,
Yeah.
and treating ourselves with kindness
Yeah.
and compassion.
It's about being our own best friend,
Yes.
our own biggest cheerleader.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
when we have that strong foundation of self-love,
Yeah.
we're less likely to settle. For relationships that don't serve us,
Right.
we attract partners who treat us with the love
Yeah.
and respect we deserve.
This is all fascinating, but it also sounds like
I know, right?
a lot of work.
It can be, but it's so worth it.
Yeah.
Manifesting love is an ongoing process
Okay.
of aligning our energy,
Mm-hmm.
thoughts, and actions with what we desire.
And that brings up a question for me.
Yeah.
How do we stay patient and trusting when things don't seem to be happening on our timeline?
That's a great question. And honestly,
Yeah.
it's something we all struggle with.
Right.
But the script actually addresses that head on.
Okay. Tell me more.
It talks about the importance of letting go of desperation
Okay.
and trusting the timing of the universe.
Surrendering. Okay. Unpack that for me.
Yeah, it's about letting go of that desperate need to control the outcome
Mm-hmm.
and trusting that everything is unfolding
Okay.
as it should.
So it's more about allowing love to come to us
Exactly.
rather than chasing after it.
Yeah, it's about cultivating a sense of trust
Okay.
that the universe has your back,
Mm-hmm.
that love will arrive at the perfect time.
But what if that perfect time never comes?
I hear you.
Then that biggest fear.
And that fear is understandable.
Yeah.
But remember,
Okay.
manifesting isn't a passive process.
Right.
It's about aligning your energy
Mm-hmm.
and taking inspired action
Okay.
while also cultivating a deep sense of trust.
So it's about finding that balance between
Yes.
effort and surrender.
Exactly. And that's where things can get a little tricky
Yeah.
because it's a delicate dance.
Yeah.
We need to be proactive
Okay.
in creating the life we want,
Right.
but we also need to let go
Mm-hmm.
of the need to micromanage the universe.
It's like finding that sweet spot.
Yeah.
You know, this reminds me of something I read about the power of intention.
Oh.
It's not just about setting an intention and then sitting back and waiting
Wow.
for it to manifest.
Totally.
It's about setting the intention. Yeah.
Holding it lightly
Uh-huh.
and then taking steps
Exactly.
to align yourself with that vision.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
And I think that's what this script
Yeah.
is trying to convey.
It really is.
Manifesting love isn't about manipulating the universe.
Right.
It's about co-creating with it.
Totally.
It's about becoming a vibrational match for the love you desire.
Oh, you got it.
All right, this has been incredibly insightful.
I know.
I've covered a lot of ground.
So much.
Inspired action, the importance of self-love, the challenge of surrender.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here?
Well, I think it's time to tie all of these concepts together.
Okay.
And explore how we can put them into practice
Okay.
in our everyday lives.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, let's do it. It's funny, like, we often think about love as something that just happens to us.
Yeah.
Like, we have no control over it.
Right.
But the script really encourages us
Okay.
to take a more active role. It's about seeing yourself as a co-creator.
A co-creator. I love that.
Right.
That really resonates with me.
Yeah.
And speaking of taking action,
Yeah.
we were talking about inspired action before.
Right.
Can we dig into that a bit more?
Absolutely. So inspired action is about taking steps that are aligned
Okay.
with your heart's desires.
Right.
But it's not about forcing things
Okay.
or acting out of desperation.
Got it.
Think of it like this.
Okay.
You set an intention, you visualize your ideal relationship,
Yeah.
and then you pay attention to the little nudges and synchronicities that life throws your way.
So it's about following those little breadcrumbs.
It's about following that inner guidance,
Okay.
trusting that the universe is conspiring to help you along the path.
So for example, if you're really passionate about painting,
Yeah,
maybe you sign up for an art class.
exactly.
Not with the sole intention of finding a partner,
Right.
but because it brings you joy.
And then maybe you happen to meet someone amazing
There you go.
in that class.
Exactly. It's about taking action that feels good
Yeah.
and authentic to you,
Right.
rather than forcing yourself to go to
Yeah,
singles events or bars if that doesn't feel aligned.
totally.
When you're following your bliss,
Uh-huh.
you naturally radiate a more attractive energy.
It's like that saying, what you seek is seeking you.
Yes.
If you're out there living your best life,
Yeah.
pursuing your passions,
Uh-huh.
you're more likely to attract someone
Right.
who's on a similar wavelength.
Absolutely. And it all ties back
Okay.
to self-love,
Right. Self-love.
which we talked about before.
Yeah.
It's a recurring theme in this script.
It really is. And it's so important.
It is so important.
But, we often hear about self-love
Yeah.
in the context of romantic relationship.
Right.
But it's really about so much more than that.
It absolutely is.
Right.
Self-love is the foundation for all healthy relationships.
So not just romantic ones.
Not just romantic ones.
Okay.
It's about recognizing your inherent worthiness, treating yourself with kindness and compassion,
Okay.
and honoring your needs and boundaries.
So it's about setting those boundaries.
Yes, setting those boundaries.
And sticking to them.
Exactly. And when you have that strong sense of self-love,
Okay.
you're less likely to fall into the trap
Right.
of seeking validation from external sources.
Oh, like a romantic partner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not looking for someone
Okay.
to complete you.
Right.
You're already whole and complete within yourself.
You're looking for someone to share the journey with.
Exactly. And that sense of wholeness is what makes you truly magnetic.
Okay. I have to admit, I'm feeling pretty inspired right now,
I love it.
but let's get real for a moment.
Okay.
What about those times when we're doing all the right things?
Uh-huh.
Visualizing, affirming,
Yeah.
taking inspired action,
Right.
but love still seems elusive.
Ooh, that's the hard part.
Yeah, how do we deal with that impatience and doubt?
Well, that's such a common experience.
Right.
And the script offers some really helpful advice
Okay.
for navigating those feelings.
Okay, I'm listening.
It talks about the importance of surrendering
Just render.
to the timing of the universe.
Okay. Unpack that for me.
Yeah, it's about letting go of that desperate need
Okay.
to control the outcome
Right.
and trusting that everything is unfolding as it should.
So it's more about allowing love to come to us
Exactly.
rather than chasing after it.
Yeah. It's about cultivating a sense of trust
Okay.
that the universe has your back,
Mm-hmm.
that love will arrive at the perfect time.
But what if that perfect time never comes?
I hear you that fear is understandable.
It's a big fear.
But remember, manifesting isn't a passive process.
Okay.
It's about aligning your energy
Right.
and taking inspired action
Yeah.
while also cultivating a deep sense of trust.
So it's about finding that balance again
Yes.
between effort and surrender.
It's that delicate dance.
It is a delicate dance.
We need to be proactive in
Okay.
creating the life we want,
Right.
but we also need to let go of the need
Yeah.
to micromanage the universe.
Right, because the universe has got this.
The universe has got this.
You know, this reminds me of something I read
Yeah.
about the power of intention.
Okay.
It's not just about setting an intention
Right.
and then sitting back and waiting for it to manifest.
Yeah.
It's about setting the intention,
Uh-huh.
holding it lightly,
Yes.
and then taking steps to align yourself with that vision.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
And I think that's the essence of what this script
I think so,
is
Pat.
trying to convey.
Yeah.
Manifesting love isn't about manipulating the universe.
Right.
It's about co-creating with it.
Exactly.
It's about becoming a vibrational match
yes.
for the love you desire.
I got it.
All right. This has been so insightful.
I know, right? This script is amazing.
We've covered a lot of ground,
Yeah.
inspired action, the importance of self-love,
Mm-hmm.
the challenge of surrender.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here?
Well, I think it's time to tie all of these concepts together
Okay.
and explore how we can put them into practice
Yeah,
in our everyday lives.
I like it. All right, so we're back
Yeah.
and ready to kind of wrap up our deep dive
Mm.
into manifesting love.
Okay.
We've covered so much.
By now.
Aligning our energy,
Right.
overcoming those limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
Visualization, scripting,
Mm-hmm.
inspired action,
Mm-hmm.
self-love,
Yes.
surrender.
It's a lot.
It's like a whole roadmap
I love that analogy. A roadmap.
to creating a love life that truly aligns with our deepest desires.
Because manifesting love isn't just about wishing and hoping.
Right.
It's about actively creating
Yeah.
the conditions for love to flourish.
So if you had to give our listener
Okay.
one key takeaway
Mhm.
from this whole deep dive,
All right.
what would it be?
I think the most important thing to remember is that we are not passive recipients of love.
Oh.
We are active participants in creating it.
Oh, I like that.
We have the power to shape our love lives
Yeah.
through our thoughts, our beliefs,
Okay,
our
yeah.
actions, and our energy.
So it's not about waiting for Prince Charming
Right.
to sweep us off our feet.
No fairy godmothers here.
But about becoming the kind of person
Yeah.
who attracts a healthy,
Yes.
fulfilling relationship.
And that involves a beautiful blend
Okay.
of inner work
Mm-hmm.
and outer action.
So what does that look like?
Well, it's about cultivating self-love,
Okay.
challenging those limiting beliefs,
Right.
visualizing our desires,
Yeah.
but also taking inspired action
Uh-huh.
and putting ourselves out there
Okay.
in authentic ways.
So as we wrap up
Yeah.
this deep dive,
Mm-hmm.
I want to leave our listeners with a little something
Okay.
to ponder.
Right?
If our thoughts and energy truly do influence the kind of love we attract, what small but significant shift in mindset or action
Ooh.
could you make today
Mm-hmm.
to start aligning with the love you desire?
That's a beautiful question.
I know, right?
And I encourage you to really sit with it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's starting each day
Okay.
with an affirmation
Mm-hmm.
that reminds you of your worthiness.
I like that.
Maybe it's taking a few minutes
Okay.
to visualize your ideal relationship
Right.
in vivid detail.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just committing to one small act of self-care today
Mm-hmm.
as a way of honoring
Yeah.
your own heart's desires.
Whatever it is, remember that you have the power
Yes,
within you
you got this.
to create the love you desire.
It all starts with you.
It really does. And it's been so fun
I know.
diving deep with you today.
This has been awesome.
Until next time, keep those hearts open
Yeah.
and those vibes high.
Happy manifesting.